Well, I really didn't want to be writing about my memoirs. I tried so hard to disengage from my past that I moved across the waters to start anew. But as people began to be acquainted with me and my life story, I was encouraged to put pen to paper. They were fascinated and a number of times mentioned that if I ever was to write a book, they would buy it. And being a firm believer in science, I took this as a nudge and began writing. I was born and raised towards the end of a raging communist regime in Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. Coupled with decades of chaos, abuse, secrets, and unspeakable tragedies at home, I was met with a somewhat similar fate to that of my own country. She too was abused and occupied until liberated in 1989 during the Velvet Revolution. As for me, no matter my efforts, nobody was able to free me from mine. A few failed escape attempts later, I quickly realized I had to wait until I was of full age. And so about a month after my 18th birthday, with no idea what's next, so what am I going to eat, with no money, I ran away with only a backpack full of school supplies and a few clothes. I wish my story is that one of faith, that no matter your circumstances or your background, there is always a hope. We all have a life story, we all know that, but it is how we face life is what makes a difference. I wish my story is a source of inspiration for everyone who is coming from the same place I was, and for the rest of them as a source of compassion and understanding that unless you walk the path of that person's life, you shouldn't judge too harsh. The fight that is fought is oftentimes far deeper and more complex than you could ever imagine.